Welcome, Internet. We are on our newest season for Sandustry. So, there are a couple of maps that were suggested by people between Discord and YouTube chats, not chat, comments, things like that. I had a couple of different options, and I wanted to give it a shot, so I popped on and played for, I want to say, about an hour on Deserted, because I've already played on Emberleaf for a bit. So, because I haven't played very much of it, I think I'm going to start with that one. So, we're going to do Deserted today. And that's going to be our next playthrough. Alright. And this was what was interesting. It just goes. So, yeah. It's basically infinite sand. And I started messing around with it, and there's water in the cactuses, which obviously makes sense, because, you know, water in cactus. So we're going to start there. Now eventually I'm going to have to get some crackstone destruction, which means, you know, rocket launchers. So, but I'll have to deal with that later because I, you know, can't afford that right now. We got to start off with the basics. We got to get ourselves the gun. We gotta get ourselves the pipes. We gotta get all the logistic stuff. We gotta get all this sand moving and shaking. Cause see, I don't have anything right now. So we gotta start with that. So we're gonna hurry and quickly dig out and set up some stuff. So let's do... We'll do some shakers here. Get rid of that stuff. Because we need to get some gold first. We're gonna have to deal with all the slag at some point, but that's okay. It's got infinite sand floating around. So, I gotta figure out how exactly I'm going to do this. Because with infinite sand, and maybe at some point infinite water, I don't know. I don't know how much, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot on this map, so it's still pretty new. There we go. That should be enough for, there we go, logistics. There. That'll start getting our stuff to mix in. And I kind of want to just dig down a little bit. Because if I can dig down and make a space, then, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get stuff. I don't know if the infinite dirt, infinite sand, I don't know if that applies to the whole map, like if it's sprinkled around the map. And if there's infinite sand, is there going to be anywhere that has infinite water? Or, you know, is it like a desert where it's really scarce on water? I don't know. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I think for now, as little as I'm gonna have to deal with water-wise, I think I'm gonna start out by digging a hole. We're gonna go underground first. I might try... Ooh. I might try a setup where I'm gonna have filters. And the filters are gonna be my roof. So things like water or red sand or whatever, I'm just gonna have to eventually make just a filter setup, and it's gonna be all for dry sand. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Obviously I have to unlock filters first. That way any of the sand that falls down will go back into there eventually. And let's see how much... Let's see how much we can get. Oh, no. If these collectors block the dirt? No, they don't. Because that's the issue with all the dirt spawning. Is I'm gonna end up with a lot of dirt showing up inside. That's gonna be it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, so I need 500 for that. It's like spawning sand in here. Oh, good heavens, look at this. Like this is already filled up. And there's even some that spawns inside. Yeah, I think I'm probably okay to get rid of this now. Not a lot more I can do with it. Yeah, I gotta say, the only downside I'm seeing is that eventually this means the entire map is gonna be filled with sand. So, we're never gonna hit a... we're never gonna hit a finished total, if that makes sense. I mean, how can you finish something that's infinite, right? Yeah, once we get the guns, we're gonna go start wandering. I'm probably gonna just get rid of all of this once we get guns, because I mean, there's not a lot I can do with them otherwise. Sorry, not a lot. There's not a lot that I can do without guns. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know where I was going with that. I think my brain was just trying to make something up. Guns, researched. Time to start our digs. Now, I did dig down, and I found a couple of things of fluxite hidden around, which was pretty good because I need to get some of that. I need to get some upgrades. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start by clearing a bunch of space. So, not going to be doing any kind of crazy speed run or anything like that, but I do want to try to get some fluxite because I want to have the 3 blast, like the triple shot, and I want to get the faster shooting speed because that's going to make this much faster, which hopefully will make better videos. I think it was either here or it was over this way somewhere. Like I said, that's about as far as I got to. I haven't gotten very far into the map itself, so I can't remember for sure. But somewhere around here was like a big chunk of this stuff. Ooh, I can't remember where it was now. Because that's what I wanted to do, was go get the fluxite. Was it further down? I don't remember going this way. Maybe it was this way, though. This looks familiar. I think it was this way. Even if it's not, I'm going this way. There's a lot of crack stone. I suspect a lot of this map is going to open up once I actually get rocket launcher. Ooh, this seems... I think there was a tiny little piece in there somewhere. It wasn't very much. Yeah, I know there's a tiny little square in here, but it's not nearly enough. Because, I mean, just to get faster shooting, 500. So, I know that one's not enough. And it's gonna bug me, because I know I saw it. And that's all I got. I gotta go figure out where that other piece was. It looks like some sort of a little brain or lung or something like that. Okay, well this isn't what I was remembering, but it is one of the spots that I reached last time. But this is not the spot that I was remembering. So I'm in the wrong area again. Ooh. You know what? Here's a game I haven't played in a long time, but was really fun, and it was interesting. Back in the day, Monkey Island. Or I think it's called The Curse of Monkey Island? I can't remember. Fun game. I feel like I've brought this up in another video. Ooh, there's another game I need to get back to playing. It's been a little while since I played it last. Was Abiotic Factor. It's pretty fun if you haven't played it. It's kind of like a part crafting survival style game, but also has a little bit of a feel to like Half-Life and almost SCP Foundation type thing going on. Oh, there's this movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. I know there's a couple of movies by the same name, but I believe it's called The Protector. It's this guy. I think it's based in Thailand, if I remember right. But I'm gonna have to look up the actor's name. But he does the Muay Thai, and he's kind of like the Taiwanese version, or the Thailand version of Jackie Chan. Like the guy does all these stunts, and it's an interesting movie if you like action movies. It's really good. If you are squeamish about like dislocated elbows and knees and whatnot, then don't watch it, because there's a lot of that. But it's a really good action movie if you like those kind of karate type action movies. It's really good. Yeah, it's called The Protector. Like the guy goes and he's trying to save this baby elephant from, I think, poachers. Lots of fighting. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. It's a good movie. Let's see, what's another one? I'm kind of looking forward. I think I've got it on my Plex server, but I've got what's it called? Nobody. Looks interesting. Kind of the like CIA spy hitman type thing. I mean, the only reason I kind of even thought of it was there's a second one coming out. So, I saw a trailer, like a preview for Nobody 2. And I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And then I saw, and it said number 2, and I was like, oh, there's a first one of these? So, I had to look it up. But yeah, I kind of want to see that. So I've got it on my Plex server. So when I get around to it, I can watch it. There's another one. Crazy art style. If you haven't seen it, it's called The Thief and the Cobbler. Like, the animation style is crazy. The guy who did it, like, he animated almost the entire movie by himself. So it's pretty cool looking. I mean, you have to see it. It's hard to describe, but it's way cool. Here's a topic not everybody will like, I'm sure, but dating. If you're going to date somebody, you should definitely make sure mentally you are compatible with somebody. You don't have to go sleeping with people to find out if you guys have compatibility or whatnot. Don't do that. It's bad for you. If you want to know if you're compatible, talk to somebody. Be like, hey, what do you think about having kids? Or what are your goals? Or, do you have similar political or religious beliefs? All that kind of stuff. Talk about it first. Try to decide if you guys, have similar values, because a lot of the other stuff that comes along, it'll work out fine later on. But if you're not gonna put in the work to be like, I want to marry this person, then it's not gonna do you any good. So if you're gonna date somebody, date them to try to marry them. It'll make your life much better. And then this is gonna be the old buddy-duddy, conservative, whatever spiel. But yes, don't put off having kids. I'm not saying you have to have like 10 kids. If you don't want to, don't. But don't wait until you're 43 to have kids. You're not going to have the energy to take care of them. I mean, kids are a lot of work. And if you're not going to put in the time and effort it takes to take care of them, yeah, it's going to be tough. I don't know if you guys have ever tried running around with little kids, but It's a lot of work. Oh, and don't do drugs. Drugs are bad too. There. There's my old people. Stay off my lawn. Whatever rant. Okay, well, we'll let this process a bit because I need enough money for that and that. Although I don't know if I'm really going to need a whole lot for that, but we'll see eventually. I'm going to have to make sure I've got space for everything, so we're going to have to burn this. As much as I don't want to burn it, because that's just one more material I'm going to have to deal with, I'm going to have to burn it to make space. We are going to go look for more spots. Like I said, I wanted to go try to find that one spot that had the fluxite chunk, because that should give me enough for one speed upgrade and one the triple shot. Starting to think this is not the way to the thing that I remember. The little, it's like a little swirly, a curly Q. Thinking it's not. I don't know, maybe it is. Oh, maybe this is the way. Or yet again, I am completely wrong. Which is entirely possible. There's a show. I don't know if I've already brought this one up or not. There's a show from the 90s. The cartoon animated version, because I think they redid it live action and it was really stupid and it flopped and it lasted like 6 episodes or something. But there's an old cartoon called The Tick. And if you haven't seen it, I could just be nostalgic and I haven't seen it in, I don't know, 30 years. But it was really funny. But it wasn't amazing, and it only ran, what was it? I think 1, maybe 2 seasons was all. Like, I don't remember it having that many seasons. So it only had like a couple of seasons. But it was pretty funny. Back in the 90s, they had all the animated like superhero stuff, like all the Spider-Man and the X-Men and all that kind of stuff. It was all coming out in the 90s for the animated versions that did really well. And Tick was, it was kind of like a parody-ish spoof type of thing where the main character, like all the superheroes are weird names. Oh, this looks familiar. Maybe this is it. Yeah, all the superheroes have weird names. Like his sidekick is the Moth. He just goes by Arthur, if I remember right. I remember one of the episodes, he's trying to figure out how they can be better. Because they just live in this little, like, rinky-dinky apartment. And one of the first things he comes up with, he's like, we need a battle cry. And then trying to figure out what the battle cry is going to be. He's eating cereal and he just looks at his spoon, and so he decides that spoon is the battle cry that he's going to start using. So, like, all throughout the episode, right before he starts jumping into battle, he yells spoon. He's just spoon. That's pretty funny. Like I said, that just could be nostalgia talking. I need to go see if I can find it again and rewatch it, because I literally haven't seen that show in 30 years almost. Okay, so upgrade. Triple burst and slightly faster shooting speed. Oh, that's gonna make this so much better. Alright, well, we are officially, as far as I got, playing by myself when I was checking this map out. So I don't know. We'll find out how terrible I'm gonna be at this map with the infinite dirt. Part of me likes it because it'll be like, hey, I will have plenty of stuff to keep me busy and be doing. But then at the same time, part of me is gonna be like, ooh, I don't want that, because I don't have a goal to work towards. It'll be just a, like, I don't know. It'll just be a grind. So we'll see. It might be a good way to test out ideas. With how much gold I made on Titan, it might be a little tricky to set a big goal. Maybe we'll set a goal for, what should we say, 250,000, 250? I mean, Titan was what, 180, 175, something like that by the time I was done. I'm told there's a interesting and fun way, or at least interesting way, of dealing with all the Amethyllus from having all these infinite sand particles. So all I can say is I hope that is accurate, because I will be disappointed if I end up having piles of Amethyllus. Okay, well, this might be a slightly shorter episode, just judging by the constant fast forwarding I'll probably be doing. Alright, well, gonna have to start figuring out water, and we're gonna have to work towards getting the rocket launcher so I can start opening up all this crack stone. Yeah, I think that might be a bit much on the sand. Well, I don't think I'll run out anytime soon, that's for sure. But yeah, let's try. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Of course, it auto-saves right as I'm doing that. Well, I think we're going to call this episode here. Next episode, we're probably going to keep exploring. Start figuring out what's going on down in this area over here. Try to get enough to get the rocket launcher. Because if we can get the rocket launcher, we can start breaking the crackstone, so we can start getting into all of this type of stuff. Start figuring out what's hidden everywhere. I don't know if there's a much more left that I can do with this sand. I might have to go to this area down over here. Go figure out what's going on there. Processing and all that nonsense. I can't really go anywhere here. I mean, I can do this, but it's not going to do a whole lot for me. I don't know, maybe this will expose something hidden on the other side if I light it up. Just another layer. Okay. Well, once I get the rocket launcher, I can start cleaning all this out, and I can use this area to start some processing and hold gold or something. But yeah, I think we are at our stopping point. So, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the likes. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, tips and tricks that I more than obviously don't know, again, just let me know. And until next time, have fun!